Hi children, I would like to discuss with you lesson number 2 in your science textbook. Materials we use. What are materials? Materials are things. We use hundreds of things in our day-to-day life. The clothes we wear, the bath towel you use, the brush you use to clean your teeth, the comb you use to set your hair, the shoes you wear, the bicycle you ride. Wow! We cannot go on making a list. It's a long, long list it would be. See, the books you use in school, the books you read, what is it made of? It's made of, what do you say usually? It is made of paper. Book is made of paper. From where do we get paper? You know it. We get paper from the trees. That's why we tell no, we should grow more trees. We should have thick forests. Now the tissue paper. Tissue paper is again a product from wood. Trees give us the tissue paper. Trees give us all kinds of paper, your drawing paper, the cardboard. These we get from wood. The window panes of your house. To see that light comes in, you use glass, no? Window panes, they are fitted to a wooden frame. Glass. From where do you get glass? We will discuss all these today. We get glass from, sand. Sand on the river side. Sand on the sea beach. From that sand, by boiling sand, converting it into a liquid, we get the glasses made. Glasses are made up of sand. Books are made of paper. Glasses are made of sand. Shall we go on working out and enlisting all different kinds of materials around us one by one? Okay. The chair you use in the house. What's the chair made of? The chair may be one of wood or maybe one of plastic, isn't it? You check what kind of chairs you have in your house. Chairs may be made of plastic. Chairs may be made of wood. Chairs may be made of even cane. You know what's cane? It's a kind of creeper you find in the forest. From the cane, they make beautiful cane chairs. See, I have a cane basket here, a small basket, cane basket. This is from a creeper. It's a beautiful handicraft. Cane is used for various kinds of items we use in our day-to-day life. Thus, we make different kinds of materials for our use from different things. Different things. See, we get wood, we get rubber you use to erase. With the rubber, we make tires of vehicles. These tires of vehicles, even this toy vehicle too has rubber tires. All buses, cars, trucks, auto rickshaws, even aeroplanes, they have tires made of rubber. Rubber stretches. Rubber can absorb shock. When a vehicle moves on the road, it keeps getting shock because it has to move on the road. It has to make up ups and downs on the road. So rubber is the right material to make the tires of vehicles. From where do we get rubber? You know it. We get rubber from a tree called as rubber tree. If you go to the Western Ghats, there you find estates, rubber estates, rubber trees grown, and they would have made small crevices on the trunk of the plant through which the latex will be coming down, the latex will be flowing, and they collect them in small bowls or the shells of coconuts. Shells of coconuts, they are tied to the tree, the shell will be there and the latex will be flowing into the shell. They collect rubber, then they send it to the factory. There they add different chemicals and it is converted into beautiful stretchable rubber of different varieties for different purposes. Rubber plays a vital role in our day-to-day requirements. Then you have fibers, different kinds of fibers. The clothes we wear different kinds of clothes. The shirt I am wearing is a cotton shirt. It's a cotton shirt. From where do we get cotton? We get cotton from cotton plant. Beautiful white fibrous flowers, they appear on the cotton plant, though they are plucked and then threads are made. From the threads, clothes are woven, clothes are made. Now see, this is a cotton handkerchief. Cotton handkerchief. Here I have wool. It's a different material again. Wool we get from the sheep. And how do the sheep live? They have to eat grass. From where do we get grass? Grass is from the plant world. Ultimately, wool is also dependent on the plants that grow. Now this is a material what we get from sheep. So from an animal source we get, isn't it? Wool we get from an animal source. Now this is a woolen jacket, a woolen jacket. You get beautiful woolen jackets in the market. They all come from the sheep. Then you have silk. We had cotton, we had wool, now we have silk. This is a silk scarf. Silk scarf. From where do we get silk? Do we get it from plants? No. We get silk from silkworms. Silk moths, they lay eggs. From the eggs of silk moth, small caterpillars come out. Caterpillars, worm-like caterpillars come out. They eat mulberry leaves. Lot of mulberry leaves. They grow in size. They reach the size of almost a cigarette. Then they start building a cocoon around their body, a beautiful cocoon. And at that level, man interferes. He collects the cocoons, gets them, put in boiled water, the worm inside dies, and the outer cocoon that's built by the worm is drawn out. Silk thread is drawn out, the fiber is drawn out. It's a long fiber. From those fibers, processes are there, you ultimately get this silk. Silk is very nice to handle. You move your hand here, fingers here, you feel very nice. Silk is very soft and smooth. So cotton, wool, then silk. Now I have one more item here. This is jute. Jute fibers. From jute we make bags. Jute is grown mainly in West Bengal. In our country we grow jute in West Bengal. Even in Bangladesh they grow. It's our neighboring country. From the jute, these bags are made. You might have seen gunny bags, gunny jute bags in grocery shops. Those gunny bags, they are made of jute. Jute is very strong. It doesn't decay. So, to transport groceries from one place to the other, we use jute bags. Now, this is a jute bag. This is a fancy bag. We take it to the market. Fancy bag. Now, you should check what all materials you have in your house that are of cotton, those are silk, those of wool and even jute. Right. Now you have linen too. Maybe your dad may have a shirt made of linen shirt. Just ask. You should discuss all these. You should discuss with the elders. Linen we get from a plant called flax. Flax. In the market, linen is available. It is also soft and smooth. Especially in summer, you feel like wearing linen. Now, let us discuss things that we get from animals. We started already with wool. Wool, here you have gloves. Kids' gloves you have. These are made of wool. When do we wear woolen clothes? We wear woolen clothes when the weather is cold. When the weather is cold, to keep yourselves warm, you wear woolen sweaters. So woolen clothes are very, very useful, especially in winter. From where do we get wool? I told you, we get wool from sheep. We get wool from yak. We get wool from goats. And we get wool even from camels. So clothes woven with the help of wool, using wool, which is an animal product. You should remember, this is an animal product. Whatever we discussed so far, they were all plant products. Now what I have taken in my hand is an animal product. Animal product. We get it from wool. We get wool from sheep. We get wool from sheep. Then wools are used for making sweaters, shawls, mufflers, gloves and even caps. The monkey caps you get, they are made of wool. They keep you very, very warm. Especially if the night is very cold, you may put on a monkey cap and go to bed, isn't it? So woolen caps, woolen shawls. You should be able to distinguish all these different kind of fabrics. See, in these gloves, if I pull out, I get the woolen fiber. The fiber is very thin. very nice to hold, and then it is dyed. This is dyed. These beautiful colors are not the original color of wool. Wool is colored. Beautiful colors are given to the gloves or the scarf or the sweaters. How do they do? The fabric is colored. Wool is colored. From the colored woolen thread, you get the material, whatever you need, ready. Then leather. See, this is another animal product. What do you call this? This is a belt. This is a belt. Belts are made of leather. Leather may be of different animals. Usually the leather you see in the market is from buffaloes or cows, or they may be from goats, goat leather. Rarely you see in the market snake leather, but it is forbidden. You cannot use snakes to make any product of that kind. Leather is also used in making bags, different kinds of bags. See, boots. This boot is made of leather. It's a leather boot. A beautiful leather boot. So leather is used to make our boots. To get the boots made, leather turns to be very useful. And those of jackals, the skin of the jackals, they are turned into hides. By processing them, they are turned into hides. Hide is used in making different kinds of products. So we have seen animal products and plant products. To get lot of things we use day to day in our day to day life. Try to find out what all things are around you in the house and try to figure out what they are, from what source do they come, how do you get. So how does the nature provide us with various products that are useful for our day to day life. Thank you. We will continue this lesson in the next video.